Welcome back, Beetroot Thieves and aspiring Beetroot Thieves, to another expert tutorial guide. Villager morale has been a highly requested topic on both this channel and in the official ASKA Discord. In this guide, we'll be going over the most important aspects and variables involved with reaching and maintaining high villager morale. Managing villager morale does not begin the moment a villager is summoned due to the optimistic outlook buff they each have upon arriving. Here, you can observe the villager's morale is locked and increasing for the duration of this buff. Ideally, you will take early steps to prevent morale from crashing the moment it ends. This is of course easier said than done. If morale does begin to rapidly fall, there are ways to save it and prevent a villager from deserting. Reaching and maintaining high morale requires planning. The design and layout of your village will greatly influence villager morale. Separating housing from some, but not all of industry is important. Structures for logging, stone cutting, and fishing, for example, have negative housing points. Structures for defense, cooking, and even warehouses offer positive housing points. I tend to work with the land while keeping a general design philosophy in mind. This is not a min-maxed village layout, yet I still maintain most villagers in the 98 to 100 range for morale. Even roads will indirectly influence morale. A well-made and interconnected road system will boost the efficiency and effectiveness of your villagers. When your villagers are working efficiently and effectively, their productivity increases. This means more progress, and more progress means higher morale. To reiterate the importance of roads from an earlier guide, I advise against turning the whole of your village grounds into road. If everything is a road, there is no path. The villagers work best with defined routes for travel. While not absolutely necessary, decorations are extremely beneficial for morale. You can see the plethora of planted birch trees in this view. My definition of a self-sufficient village includes morale, about which you do not need to worry. If you are able to leave your village for extended periods of time, and the villagers' work and morale remains stable without issue, you have a self-sufficient village. Managing morale changes from early to mid to late game. At this high level, especially with high populations, village design plays an equally important role as food, water, housing, and defense. Magic structures are of course a large boost for morale. I will build wooden altars early on for leisure, but I tend to wait to build the runestones. The runestones require drops from bosses, lots of stone, and lots of time to build, including a villager to work at each one. I consider them mid, or in my case, late game structures. Meanwhile, the wooden altar can be used by villagers on their own, making their benefits of housing points and morale immediately accessible. At 370 housing points, this village is well cared for. Naturally, the higher your housing points, the more comfortable your villagers will be. There are detractors that cannot be forgotten, however. Defense is a must. Your warriors and rangers do not have to be expert fighters right away. But setting up a patrol route, which includes training time around day 10, will at least clear the defenseless debuff, and the skill of your warriors will improve along the way. If the morale of one or more of your villagers is crashing, you can save them before desertion occurs. Custom schedules are the fix. I keep my schedules for day and nighttime workers uniform. If there is a morale problem, I have a schedule for vacation, which includes only leisure and sleep. If a villager is in immediate need of healing and you do not yet have a healer's hut, a schedule mostly comprised of sleep will help them, and slightly boost morale. When your village is stable and self-sufficient, you will need to use these emergency schedules less and less until they are not needed at all. I would not delete them regardless. There is a great deal to manage when it comes to villager morale, from food and clothing to protection in homes, and all there is in between. Though each new seed you build will prove to be a learning experience, and each new seed will be better than the last. The more comfortable you become with your own workflow and style, the more your villagers will benefit. To summarize, morale will be more challenging to maintain in the early game. Envisioning your village's design from the first shelter you build will have long-term influence on morale and efficiency. Using emergency schedules can save a villager from desertion. Roads indirectly influence morale. Establishing a flow of which structures to build and when, each time you begin a new seed, will help you organize your own efforts. Use the tab menu often to check for issues and personalize each villager's experience until you reach self-sufficiency. Thank you for watching and listening, and I'll see you soon.